Seven Deadly Sins, a pilgrimage and redemption on the road to Canterbury. Join me as we examine the Parson's Tale. Welcome. Envision a bustling medieval village, cobblestone streets alive with chatter, laughter, and the clopping of passing horses. As the golden sunset settles, the town square fills with eager faces, ready to hear tales of adventure and morality. Today, we journey to medieval England, a world of knights, castles, and rolling hills, to explore a story as timeless as it is captivating. Amid this vivid landscape, a group of pilgrims embarks on a journey to Canterbury Cathedral, representing a cross-section of medieval society. From a brave knight to a devout prioress, each has a unique story to tell, offering a glimpse into their hopes, dreams, and fears. Their pilgrimage is more than just a physical journey, it's a spiritual odyssey. Along the way, they gather by campfires where the warmth of the flames creates a perfect setting for storytelling. The tales they share of chivalry, greed, romance, and betrayal reflect not just the medieval world, but universal truths about human nature. Through these stories, we are transported to medieval life, bustling markets, social hierarchies, and cultural norms. Yet their themes of love, honor, deceit, and redemption still resonate with us today, reminding us of the shared human experience across time. One tale stands apart. Unlike the others, it offers no drama or intrigue, but instead provides a moral discourse on leading a virtuous life. The parson, a humble and pious figure, speaks on sin, repentance, and redemption, guiding his fellow pilgrims with wisdom and compassion. His tale serves as a sermon, a timeless guide to self-awareness, humility, and the pursuit of goodness. Reminds us that, no matter the era, the journey toward virtue is one of life's most meaningful endeavors. The parson, a humble and pious man, shares his wisdom with the pilgrims, encouraging them to lead lives of integrity and faith. He presents a thoughtful reflection on the nature of sin, repentance, and redemption. It's more like a sermon, a guide to navigating the ups and downs of life and morality. Through his words, we are reminded of the importance of self-awareness, humility, and compassion. The Parson's Tale serves as a timeless reminder that no matter the era, the pursuit of goodness and virtue is a journey worth undertaking. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows on their path, the travelers turn to their spiritual leader, the parson. This man is all about faith and wisdom. Unlike some of his companions, the parson lives a simple life, dedicated to serving his community. He understands that the journey to Canterbury is about personal growth, not just reaching the destination. So he takes this opportunity to offer his companions a roadmap for spiritual development. But don't worry, this isn't about fire and brimstone. It's a compassionate guide to recognizing our own flaws and striving for righteousness. This is the Parson's Tale, a timeless exploration of the seven deadly sins. 3 minutes in, and things are getting real. The Parson's Tale is a deep dive into the human soul, exploring the eternal struggle between light and darkness within us all. The parson starts by explaining that within each of us lies the potential for both good and evil. This duality is a fundamental aspect of human nature, and understanding it is key to personal growth. We're all tempted by the seven deadly sins: pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust. These sins are not just relics of the past. They are ever-present challenges that we face in our daily lives. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're real obstacles that can lead us astray. But don't despair. The parson offers hope and guidance, showing us that we can navigate these treacherous waters. The parson believes that by understanding these sins and recognizing their sneaky influence, we can overcome them. Knowledge is power, and self-awareness is the first step towards redemption. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Contemplation and introspection are crucial in identifying the shadows within us. Have you ever struggled with pride, envy, or anger? These emotions can be powerful and overwhelming, but acknowledging them is the first step towards mastering them. Have you ever given in to laziness or greed? These sins can creep into our lives unnoticed, but with vigilance, we can keep them at bay. The Parson's message is as relevant today as it was centuries ago. By understanding and confronting our inner demons, we can strive towards a more virtuous and fulfilling life. The Parson first tackles pride, the sin that tells us we're better than others, more deserving of praise. It blinds us to our own faults and makes us judge others harshly. He reminds us that true humility is recognizing we're all God's children, equal in His eyes. When pride takes root, we distance ourselves from God and others. Think about a time pride got the better of you. Maybe you dismissed someone's ideas because you thought yours were superior, or refused to admit a mistake to protect your image. We've all been there. Next up, envy, that bitter feeling when we crave what others have. It steals our happiness and replaces it with resentment. The Parson reminds us that true contentment comes from appreciating what we have, not longing for what we lack. Envy poisons our hearts and blinds us to our own blessings. Remember a time when you felt that pang of envy, maybe a friend's success, a sibling's talent, or even a stranger's possessions triggered it. Now, let's talk about wrath, that fiery emotion that consumes us with rage and leads to regretful actions. It's a destructive force, damaging relationships and shattering trust. The Parson reminds us that true strength lies in controlling our anger, responding with patience and understanding. When anger rules, we become slaves to our emotions, incapable of rational thought or compassion. Think about a time you struggled to control your temper. Maybe you said something hurtful in the heat of the moment or lashed out at someone you love. The Parson then addresses sloth, not just laziness, but a lack of motivation to pursue what's good and right. It creeps in unnoticed, draining our energy and enthusiasm. He reminds us we're meant to live with purpose, using our talents to make a difference. When we succumb to sloth, we waste precious time and potential. Consider areas in your own life where sloth might be holding you back. Are you procrastinating, neglecting responsibilities, or simply drifting through life? Next, the Parson tackles greed, that insatiable desire for more, more. It's a hunger that's never satisfied, a thirst that can't be quenched. He reminds us that true wealth isn't about possessions, but about strong relationships, good character, and faith. When greed takes over, we become slaves to our possessions, our hearts hardened by selfishness. Think about a time greed tempted you. Maybe you were willing to compromise your values for money, or perhaps you felt envious of someone else's wealth and status. Now the Parson turns his attention to gluttony, an overindulgence that dulls the spirit and prioritizes physical pleasures over spiritual well-being. He describes it not just as overeating or drinking to excess, but as allowing our desires for worldly pleasures to dominate our lives. The Parson reminds us that moderation is the key to a balanced and meaningful existence. By practicing temperance, we can nourish not only our bodies, but also our souls, leaving room for deeper connections with others and with God. Finally, he discusses lust, the uncontrolled craving for physical pleasure that leads us away from purity and self-control. The Parson warns that lust clouds our judgment and diminishes our respect for ourselves and others. He advocates for chastity, not as a denial of love, but as a way to honor it. True love, he explains, is rooted in respect, patience, and a commitment to higher values. By mastering our impulses, we can elevate our relationships and live with integrity. The parson ends his sermon with a message of hope. His words still echo through the grand cathedrals, resonating with the hearts of those who listen. The congregation, a mix of peasants and nobility, feels a sense of unity and purpose. The parson's voice, filled with conviction, reminds them of the power of faith and the possibility of a better future. His words remind us that while we all stumble, we're also capable of redemption. The confessional scenes depict individuals seeking forgiveness, their faces a mix of relief and penitence. The ray of sunlight breaking through storm clouds symbolizes the hope and clarity that comes with redemption. It's a powerful reminder that no matter how dark our past, there's always a chance for a brighter future. The path to righteousness is open to anyone who seeks it. Pilgrims, with their humble attire and determined strides, symbolize the journey each of us must undertake. The forest paths, winding and mysterious, represent the challenges and uncertainties we face. Yet, the open doors of the church stand as a beacon of hope, welcoming all who seek solace and guidance. The parson's message is timeless. The ancient illuminated manuscripts with their intricate designs capture the essence of his teachings. The scribe, diligently recording these words, ensures that future generations will benefit from this wisdom. The glowing candles in the church interior symbolize the enduring light of knowledge and faith that guides us through the ages. The 7 deadly sins aren't confined to medieval times. They're temptations we all face today. The old illustrations vividly depict these sins, reminding us of their ever-present nature. In the bustling market scene, we see the temptations of greed and envy. The daily activities of the townspeople reflect the constant struggle between virtue and vice, a battle that transcends time. As you reflect on his words, consider how these struggles might be present in your own life. The person in deep thought and the mirror reflection urge us to introspect. The monk in contemplation serves as a reminder of the importance of self-awareness and mindfulness. It's a call to examine our actions and strive for personal growth. How can we overcome these negative tendencies and cultivate lives of virtue, compassion, and meaning? The act of helping another person highlights the power of kindness and empathy. The saint's statue stands as a symbol of the virtues we aspire to embody. The community gathering in the village showcases the strength and support we find in unity and shared purpose. The act of writing and reading letters in medieval times mirrors our modern-day interactions in the digital world. The village square, bustling with activity, represents the vibrant community we can create through meaningful dialogue. The old library and ancient books symbolize the wealth of knowledge waiting to be explored. Scholars and students remind us of the importance of continuous learning and curiosity. If you want to dive deeper into the Canterbury Tales, subscribe to our channel for more videos in this series. Join us on this journey through history and literature. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss an episode. Until next time, be well as you continue on your own pilgrimage to enlightenment.